Welcome everybody again to another episode of the Tarot and the Tarot Revealed, and working particularly with the Major Arcana, the 22 Major Arcana, and hopefully we will be putting this out every week from now on. Sometimes some recordings will be on one card and sometimes we will use two, and this episode is definitely one where we're going to use two cards because they kind of come together. And we're talking now about the Emperor and the Empress. Now, these are archetypal male and female cards. But, you know, we're not all male and we're not all female. In the Chinese sign, it's the white pearl teardrop with a black dot in it and a black pearl with a white dot in it, indicating that although it's male and female, we have bits of both in us. So I'm going to talk on the archetypal aspect, first of all, of the Emperor. Now, this card is very interesting. It's definitely a card of the material world. This is a man, or it could be a woman, but this is someone who has fought for their position in life, whether it's through birth or whether they have got there from their own efforts. Here he is sitting on the throne. He has become the emperor. He has needed authority, strength, courage, and willpower to get there. And the journey has probably been quite hard. So he finds himself in this position that he wanted. It's truly he wanted to be there. It's connected to Mars or Aries, and it's definitely about the worldly material position in life. He's achieved his aims, probably with great effort, but now he sits on the throne, and in some ways his trouble begins. I think the first thing that always comes to me with this card is, who can he trust? He's now at the top of the pole, as it were. He's achieved it, but who can he really trust? He's very lonely, actually, at the top. He's successful, surely, and he can do many, many things, but he's alone. And I think there is a message here to us when we pick this card. It is about knowing oneself, of course, really knowing what we want, but what is right. This man, this person, has to know what is right for his people, for his domain. So all the attributes that we associate with the male, the action, the willpower, the force, it's all there. But now he's there. Now he's at the top of the tree, as it were. So although this is a very positive card in many ways, it's a card of someone who wants to achieve success and who probably will or has achieved a success. But is it what he or she felt that it would be? Probably not. So this is, as I say, the archetypal male energy associated with the warrior, the Aries, the Mars, the fighting, and so on. He needs to learn how to rule well. He needs to learn what is really right, even when it's uncomfortable. So that's the Emperor. And in comes the Empress. Now, the Empress is the archetypal feminine, of course, associated non-surprisingly with Venus. Now, Venus astrologically is often associated with either Taurus or Libra. But my feelings about this card is very Cancerian. This is the woman, the person that cares. And as a very famous astrologer once said to me, nobody cares more than Cancerian. It's the archetypal mother. When this card comes out, it's about love. It's about love in its true material sense. It's about happy marriage. It's about true love. It's about creativity. It's even about domestic happiness. She has empathy. She is intuitive, but she uses it in her earthly way. She is, of course, the archetypal mother. And one of the reasons that she sits here content and lovingly is that she knows, and she knows how to forgive. And I think that's really important. So it is human love, but that human love is transforming into divine love. So it's an emotional card. So, you know, when these cards come out, it might refer to you yourself, or it might refer to a really important figure in your life. Often when the Emperor comes out, for instance, it can be something to do with the father. And obviously the Empress can be something to do with the mother. And putting them both together, you have a unified energy. You have the male and the female working together. They don't often come out together, but when they do, that is a really good aspect. So when you pull the Emperor in your meditation, you need to look at the archetypal masculine aspect of yourself. What does it really mean? What does success really mean? There is a saying, it's hard at the top, it's lonely at the top. And sometimes that does apply. So that will infer either yourself needing that energy to strive if that's what you want, or it could be to do with a male figure in your life that has those attributes. Equally, the Empress is, if you pull this card, this is a really positive card for any love interest, for any human love interest. It's that you've achieved or you're about to achieve that divine love. But it also can be to do with mother, and therefore you need to meditate on those things. We know now, and have known for a very long time, that the most important years of our life are between 0 to 7. Those are when the synapses in our brain are formed, and they are sometimes incredibly difficult to change as we come into adult life. So our relationship with the father figure in our life and the mother figure in our life is of paramount importance. So it may be that if you pull one of these cards, that is the thing that you need to look at. But, you know, they're both positive cards here. You know, they're good cards, archetypal male and the archetypal female. And if those two combine within a person, it's really, really positive. So there we are. There are the two cards today. Next time I will be talking about the Pope or the High Priestess, and I look forward to seeing you then. Take care.